Joseph here, and you guys can barely see it. Okay, what's up, YouTube? Joseph here, and it's deck profile time once again for Harpie ladies. I'm still testing out my baby pet dragon, and it's been working well. I'm just getting the combination for the deck right. So I'm testing another build out. That's working relatively okay because I had to swap cards in, swap cards out. There's still a lot of testing still going on with the deck. So for a while, I won't be uploading anything because at the time of this recording, Sun and Moon just came out, and I'm going to be focusing on that. So yeah, I just wanted to be making that clear. I think I'll post on the Facebook group a couple more things that I had planned post, and then that's probably about it. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it because that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go over. It's a pretty relatively formatted deck with its it has its flaws, but there are things that compensate for it. So just let's just go through that profile. We have triple Harpie Chandler. This is pretty much your summoner monk for Harpies. Discard a Harpie card to summon a Harpie monster from your deck. In unison, she works great with so many of her Harpie sisters, literally because of the fact that you can get Dancer on the board, bounce Dancer. You can put Harpies on the board. You can exceed with tons of plays. If you control Harpie's pet dragon or if you play Harpie's pet dragon or any dragon monster, her level will change from 4 to 7, so you can go into rank 7 plays like Big Eye, Master Blades, Draco Sack, stuff like that. So that's Harpie Chandler. I dropped to 2 Dancer, and that's only because I need to make the room. I can always side in the extra Dancer and the extra Hunting Ground if need be. I am still playing the Divine Wind, which was one of the ideal situational cards that I was trying to see if I wanted to keep it and take it out and put in another Harpie Dancer, or take out another card and then put in the third Dancer, so I can have the synergy of the 15 Harpie ladies that I do want to run. Other than that, she is a really good support monster for Harpies. The next card, triple Harpie Harpist. Discarding her for Harpie Chandler, you can make massives. You can search for Harpie Chandler, Harpie Dancer, Harpie Lady 1 if you play Harpie Lady 1, or Harpie Lady, the vanilla. Just pretty much any winged beast that has an attack of 15 or less from your deck. Is pretty much what Harpies is here for. And sometimes she also becomes a really good beater because she can take out a lot of your opponents. With the right combination of Hang Around and Harpie 1, she can take out a lot of problematic monsters. Next, triple Harpie Lady 1, double Harpie Lady 1, and a Cyber Harpie. These are pretty much your elegant Aegis target. Cyber Harpie is here to be that additional beater of 1800 strength. With the Harpie 1s, they give the additional attack bonus to all your wind monsters. Really good in situations against stuff like, well, just in general, if you want to beat for game and you have like beaters on the board with at least 2,000 or plus attack, the Harpie ones just come in for that as well. And because these are your only Aegis targets, you want to make sure that you at least have some type of advantage when you're playing them. Next, triple Harpie Queen. This is pretty much your Field Spell Searcher and your 19 beater. Following them, 2 Harpies Pet Baby Dragon. This is pretty much one of your go-to in-deck monsters. When you have enough Harpies on board, bouncing a Dancer, you can bounce it back with Harpie Dancer, so it can use this effect to blow up cards on the board. If you have an accumulation of 3 or more Harpie cards on the board except itself, they'll have double attack if you control 2 or more, and it becomes the attack target if you have 1 or more. So with those accumulated effects, Pet Dragon Baby Pet Dragon is a really resourceful monster in the main deck. And then following them up, of course, is Maxi. So that's the monsters. Onto the spells. We're still rocking the triple hysteric sign, and this is primarily because you have so many Harpie targets you can search for. On play, you can get your elegant egotist. Even though you're running 3 targets, you still have enough. You still have your targets. So when you pitch it for hysteric sign or you pop it for hunting ground, you get that end facer so you can replenish your hand. Next is double hunting ground. And what I love about hunting ground is that it's making your Harpies MST on their normal or special summon. And it gives the additional attack bonus to them. Some people prefer to run 2. I've been testing 2 out for me, and it does work in certain situations against certain decks, which is why I still have the third one on the standby with third dancer, because some decks are heavily back road, and if you start popping the right back road, you can easily lock them out. 2 instant fusion, and that's only because I'm running Nodin and Mevalus for instant fusion targets. I'll get to them when I get into the extra deck. 2 Swallow's Nest, pretty much just to trade out Harpies for Harpies. Trading out a Harpies for a Dancer to use Dancer's effect, or putting a Harpie Chandler on the board to put another Harpie on the board. And then to synergize with Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon as well for the defensive plays and the offensive plays. Because defensive plays, you can put another Harpie on board to get over cards like Bottomless, or get over a nasty trap card like if someone says Fiendish Chain or Breakthrough Skill. Next is the one Elliot Egotist, because the only legit targets are monsters that are always Harpie Lady. So Cyber Harpie and Harpie 1 are my only targets. Divine Wind of the Mist Valley. With the Dancer plays the Swallow's Nest setup, this card comes in handy for making those massive monsters hit the board. And then my last card is Raikiki. For the traps, I'm trying out 2 Hysteric Party. This will only probably be bumped up if I play the third Dancer in the deck, because I ended up siding the third party in case I do want to have those situations where I have access to more than one party in case I do need it. To pitch the card from the hand, to summon a Harpie monster from the deck, and getting a big board advantage for either exceed plays or getting the big board advantage to just run over my opponent with Harpies. My next trap, breakthrough skill, and I can also talk about skill prisoner and magical hats. With magical hats, this sets up skill prisoner and breakthrough skill in the graveyard so that you can have cards to use during your turn to stop your opponent's effects. You can pop breakthrough skill or skill prisoner. With breakthrough skill, you're targeting your opponent's monster to negate its effects. Skill prisoner protects a monster on the board from having its effects negated or being targeted by other effects, which is really good for Harpies because you can protect your Chandler, or you can stop stuff from affecting your Chandler. And then when you start playing multiple Harpies on the board, you can pop them and then use their effects in the graveyard. Which is the sense with magical hats and hysteric sign, having hysteric sign hit the graveyard so you can search off of that. 2 anti-spell fragrance. This is one of a lot of Harpie players love this card because you can set up against your opponent, forcing them to set their spells, and because they set them, they're leaving them vulnerable for you to pop them. And with hunting ground, popping them, it literally just shuts your opponent down. It's actually heavy spell decks, and it shuts out pendulums because they can't set their pendulum scales. So that's the anti-spell. And then for my one-ups, I'm still rocking the 1 Vanities and the 1 Solemn. And then following that is 1 Trap, 1 Time Space, 1 Treacherous, and 1 Bottomless Chapel. So that's the main deck. For the extra, 2 Harpies Pet Phantasmal, and this is only because of the fact that Harpies themselves can synergize the Divine Wind setup perfectly to make 2 of these. And with now that I'm running Harpie's Pet Baby, the fact that I have the massive protection for my Harpie monsters, with Phantasmal saying you can't attack them, you can't attack, you can't target them, I can attack you directly. Even though during my end phase I had to detach your material, that's perfectly fine because if I can make the second one and it have a combination of these two and a pet dragon, yeah, it's just crazy how good these two work. And I've had situations where I made double Phantasmal Dragon and I've won because of that. I'm playing double Lightning Chidori because this card synergizes with Harpies extremely well, and with the anti-spell fragrance, you're sending even more threats to the back to the deck, so that they'd have to use resources to get them. Then, one Castel, similar to Chidori, just making your opponent waste resources, synergizes because of its typing and its attribute. One Digusto Emerald for the Pot of Avarice. Ice Beast 0 find improvements to negate your opponent's effects. She'll gain the 300 for each face-up card on the board, making her a beat stick, and then that effect lasts till your next standby phase. So if your opponent's like lingering some stuff on the board, there's really not much they can do, and they'd have to find a way to get over her. I was contemplating on going from one Ice Beast to two Ice Beasts, because I love just using her effect and having access to a second one. Two Gaga Cowboy, because a friend of mine was mentioning this, was playing my deck, and he was like, why don't you run into Cowboy? That'd be great. So you can do more burn in case you get into those situations. And I was like, well, it is a situational setup, so that's probably why I haven't ran double Cowboy. But I'm running it just because now I have the room. Otherwise, I take it out and I put it back in my giant hand, if that was the case. One Rafflesia, because I'm running the trap holes. She's unaffected by normal traps to begin with, so I have a good first turn setup with her. Another first turn setup is Cora Gorgon, the anti-luminescent knight, having him anti-spell, hunting ground, hysteric party, just stuff that I can target with him to have blow up instead. Um, he's a really good effect and a really good wall offensively and defensively. I have one Rhapsody and Berserk because I took out my Abyss Dweller, which that might also be coming back in place of the second Cowboy, because Rhapsody banishes the threats. Dweller says no to what's in the graveyard. Um, And then he can attach himself to a monster, so he in giving them the 1200 additional attack. So he can use Rhapsody's effect to detach his materials, banish the cards to graveyard, equip to a Phantasmal, and the Phantasmal can start swinging for mega damage or any exceed monster. One Silent Anarch because it's a rank 4 deck type staple, and then my fusion targets Mevalis and Norden. Norden, when it comes to rank 4 decks, it gets a monster on the board to exceed. Some people use it in synchro variation decks because you can pick up your level 1s or 2s or 3s and synchro for those array of monsters. Mevalis just works with Swallow's Nest, Harpie's Hunting Ground because it'll give 15, but you primarily use it to either tribute it to get another winged beast on the board, like a Harpie Lady, or you can exceed to make Chidori, Phantasmal, and make those plays live. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Um, I'll have some more videos up after I finish Sun and Moon, which will take a while because I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So till next time, you guys, this is Uda Extreme signing out, and I have links below to the Facebook group and the Facebook page. So till next time.